giving a little bit of spoilers here, but in the show Squid Game, there is a severe lack of squids, but an abundant amount of Korean people.
Nice.
But no, actual fun fact: if you tend to hold your farts in way too much, they actually dissolve into your bloodstream and come out your breath.
The fuck? So your breath could smell like fart?
Yep.
Like ass.
Yeah. Ass mouth. So it's got to come out one way or another. You might as well have it come out the safe side.
It's like people hold in their pee, they actually sweat it out. Which I don't think is true, but which I don't think is
I don't know
true.
if that's a thing.
Jackie Chan
It
said that.
doesn't float back up.
Jackie Chan said that they would not let him pee when he was in some boarding school, so they made him work out and exercise to sweat it out. I'm surprised he's still alive.
Okay. I mean, I know in some cultures it's normal to drink each other's pee.
The fuck?
What culture is this?
Some Bear Grylls shit when you're trying to survive.
I mean, because that's because it was developed from like old medicine too. So it's like you couldn't test for diabetes. So what did you do? There's a reason why.
Oh, to taste it, the sweetness.
Yeah. So even in Chinese, it's the term is coined sugar piss sickness. You got that sweet pea, man.
That shit ain't lemonade.
All right, my fun fact. Psycho was the first movie to show a toilet flushing.
Interesting.
They never have toilets in any other movies.
I don't think so. I think people were still using outhouses back in the day, but it was the
Or did they not want to show people?
What about in the days of black and white film?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, those were the days of black and white film.
Well, I mean, like
I mean, old school. No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
Well, flushing is, they probably show toilets, but not flushing, right?
But the famous scene in Psycho took place in the shower, right? So it just showed the shower draining, not so much a toilet flushing, if I'm remembering it correctly.
There's a scene where it shows the woman on the toilet, and she's like walking away, and she flushes the toilet.
Okay. So you see her blood swirl in the shower drain, but then you see a turd swirling in the toilet just going down.
Maybe. I'll definitely have to watch it again. It's definitely free somewhere.
Nice.
Watch, there really is a turd. Okay. What you got for us, Jack?
All right. So for my fun fact, 70% of lottery winners end up broke, dead, or like having their life turned around after winning the lottery.
Life turnaround in the positive?
In the negative way. In the negative way.
I imagine that you can't feel safe after that. Like you can't have any relationship almost.
Yeah. There's been people who won the lottery who've gotten murdered, who've gotten like sued by all their family members, or who ended up spending it all and got into debt. So that's one thing to remember if you win the lottery, is to be very, very careful.
If ever I won the lottery, I would disappear immediately.
Disappear? You wouldn't tell no family, no friends?
I'll tell nobody. immediately I would be gone. Like even this,
you would have to be gone at least 1 year. At
I'd be gone.
least 1 year. No contact, no nothing. Until people either forget about you or just think that all your money's just gone.
He died.
He died. Not even
Yeah.
tell your like significant other. Like, oh no, they're probably very good.
No. Well, you have to, because then you're married, you're split. They'll find your ass and
Yeah.
sue you.
They'll find your ass. But yeah, I mean, but that would have to be the ironclad rule there. Like, babe, we gotta bounce. Like that's it. We're not talking to anyone.
Nope. I think for anybody,
That's
it's the magical rule is disappear, move to another country.
And
No
some people,
social media, none of that.
and some people who won their lottery spend so much of it that they go in debt. Like they've won like $20 million, but then spend like $50 million, so they get horribly in debt where they can't afford anything.
Which
Or
which
they
is
go
a good
broke.
idea. If you never had money in your life and you're gonna waste, I would say don't go for the lump sum, go for the installments. If you're terrible with money, go with the installments. That should last you for the next 40 years, right? Depending on how much they give you. But that should last you 40 years, and I think you're good to go, right?
my question is that. I mean, clearly they were not educated. if they thought that 20 million could overcome 50 million, but
Well, I think some people, they don't know like how much things cost, or they didn't care at that point. They just kept spending until they realized, oh, they spend way more, and then stuff like that.
that itself is also an incredible feat. Where it's just like, how do you spend so much?
These people
Like,
probably didn't know
daily.
how to manage money. Like they'd buy like fancy cars and fancy houses,
Yeah,
but
but
like,
daily.
or they treat their friends out, or they hand out money. Like they're always giving out money. So I mean, some people, they want to try to be helpful, but it could end up backfiring too, because then you got people that are always asking them for money.
Mhm.
Yep, that's what I've seen. That statistic is that 70% of lottery winners either go broke, end up dead, or get like sued the hell out of them.
Yeah, I mean that's just a really just sucky way to live, because you can't trust anyone at that point. But if that were the case, to tack onto this, what would you guys do?
What do you mean, you like take the lump sum or?
Oh, well, I mean, like, say hypothetically you won the lottery. Like, what would be the thing? What would be the directions you would take? I mean,
I would
not just
disappear.
disappear,
I'll
not just
disappear.
disappear, but what would you do with the money?
I'll disappear. I'll take the money, buy a house in the mountains somewhere, stash the money somewhere in some stock options, put it in a Roth IRA, just get my shit ready to go, and then, or buy a big ass yacht and live on the yacht. And I'll be out in the ocean, so you guys won't find me anywhere. But yeah.
Floating at least 2 miles out, so we can barely see you.
But
barely-
I mean,
It's just like, no. I'm.
but I mean, I definitely put some investments in, but like, if it's like 200 million, I'm gone. Like, I'm taking that money, investing in something, I'll live on, I'll be living on the stocks option. I'm not going to be working. Forget it. I'm too old to be working. I'm not be working, not going to be investing in any businesses. It's just living on interest and stock options, and just somewhere in the ocean or deep in the woods. But I'm gone. I'm gonna be disappeared.
What about you,
That's
Jack?
me. That's how we do it.
What about you, Jack?
And then sending out checks to random people.
Why? I mean,
Just
well, never mind.
Because you have all that money,
do
why
whatever
not
you
just
want.
give it to people who deserve it, right?
I don't know about taking the I don't even know about taking the lump sum or the installments. Depends on how much money you win. It's like something huge like that. I don't even think you know what to do with all that money. I'd probably do something like invest or hire some financial, go to like the big financial offices, not that deal with company corporations, assets and stuff, because then they're used to dealing with large accounts, and then try to set up some kind of financial thing so that you can protect your money and invest it properly.
Jack putting all of it on Bitcoin.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll throw it all in Bitcoin.
The non-existent funds. Yeah, that's interesting.
And with that, we have the topic
I will
for
just
today.
I will just end the world.
You just end the world, huh?
So how
With,
would you?
with $2 million in my pocket, I would.
It's like a Dr. Evil and like. Anyways, but okay. So I'm kind of being morbid this week, but I wanted to know like how would you guys would like the world to end? We'll start it off with Jack.
I go first. So I would like the world to end in a future where humans can go into space, and then they can see the world ending from
Wow.
right.
Wow. That's like that reminds me of did you watch Eternals?
No, I
That's
didn't
what
want.
that's what they did. If you watch Eternals, that's what they did. They stayed onto a planet until it ends at the very end, and they watch it get destroyed.
Oh, correction. Jack fell asleep watching the Eternals. That plot just
I
ends
did.
up in his head.
I did too. I fell asleep watching Eternals too. I thought it was the shittiest Marvel movie ever.
I didn't see
Really?
Eternals. I didn't see Eternals.
Oh.
It's but realistically, I mean, it's way too hard to top what Endgame was. Like you can't.
I thought the Spider-Man is pretty good. No Way Home.
I mean, it's entertaining, but it didn't
Yeah, I
have
like
that.
Endgame. I like Endgame.
Yeah, I like Endgame too. But
Yeah.
yeah, I would want the world to end where all of humanity can be in a spaceship and see the world end from far away.
Damn, that's like Star Trek level.
Yeah, because at that point, human beings would be able to like be like, we got this. It's our home. But
Then
go
you want
for it.
survivors.
I want survivors. I
You want
think
survivors at the end of the world. Oh,
Interesting. I mean, that's a pretty good angle to go.
you should watch Futurama. I think if you watch Futurama, that episode where they circle back around the planet Earth again twice. Yeah, you saw that's my favorite one. But like he stayed in this time capsule and he just watched the world repeat itself until it. Well, apparently the whole concept is like the world will cycle itself around again, and it will eventually head back to the same spot that you left it.
So it's just like, just watch it end, but then like be transported back into a position where like you're gonna die before it ends.
That's cool. Oh, you should also watch The Knowing with Nicolas Cage. That also has the same concept. So what happens is before the Earth implodes, apparently aliens are communicating to Nicolas Cage that these are the clues, and apparently his kids. Well, one of them is some other random woman, and then his son. Apparently, they're the last two humans. So the aliens take them as an example, and then Earth blows up with Nicolas Cage on it, and the kids fly off to outer space and stuff like that. So they're like the last two examples.
Episode like that.
What?
Like a Treehouse of Horror episode of The Simpsons.
They probably.
Yeah.
Man.
So I mean, I never.
Jack, I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah. I never knew what a lot of them referenced to until like way after. But I mean, some of them were actually, it made them that much better when you watched it again. Yeah. Cool. That's how you want it. So that's how you want it to end, Jack. Just watching it from outer space. Okay. Well, the way I want to see the world end, well, given the fact that we've already experienced a pandemic and seeing like a lot of people just being wiped out, I would want the world to end. No, we're talking about the planet, right? We're not talking about like
the planet, not
society.
another world, not another world.
Okay. So if I were to really think about it, yeah, I mean, it would just be there's nothing like quick and painless for that type of thing. But
you want it a slow burn.
It would pretty much have to be like, just like something like a pandemic, just wiping out everything. And my scenario would also involve transporting human consciousness into AI, but also like leaving to kind of eradicate any sort of ourselves being exposed to like things like disease and such. So we'd all be Ultron.
We'd all go into like something like the Matrix, or we'd all combine our consciousness like Evangelion.
There's also a TV show about that.
Not combine consciousness, but we would be able to be our own individual selves, just in different bodies. And it's just like, that's just your consciousness and all your memories and everything just move from one spot to another and just watch the world.
So it's Matrix style. You want the Matrix style?
Sure, like that. It's just it's clean, it's easy, but it that would pretty much, and I'm only speaking in the sense that this is how I would vision like that sort of logic. That'd be like the one way for everything to be wiped out. So I mean, something that's world ending, that would literally just be like, yeah, like something that just literally pollutes and kills everything, like indiscriminately. Yeah. But on the plus side, we get to transport our consciousness into these new bodies by fucking, and then when you bust, that's when you're dead. Like, oh, I'm a robot now.
That sucks though if you don't have anybody to sleep with.
Well, I guess you're dead then, huh? You're not gonna live forever.
What is it with a partner, or just with a partner, or just by yourself?
I mean, you can do it by yourself, but you never you just don't disclose like who you're with when you moved over.
Yeah, you should watch the show called Upload. It's kind of the same thing.
Really?
It's like when apparently on the show, apparently when you're like almost dead, you can decide in your body where if you want to die or go upload your conscious mind onto some cloud storage service.
Amazon.
From there, so from there,
but you have to pay $5.99 a month.
Yes, you have to pay, man, and you have to work in this world to But from there, um, your mind stuff can be stored in that computer until they can figure out how to, regenerate a body or put your body into like a computer where you can go back to the physical form, right? But it's more like a Buddhist philosophy too. It's just like you get reincarnated, right? But you get reincarnated into like a robot body. I think that's crazy. So yeah, but watch it. It's pretty good. I like it. It's on Amazon.
Upload.
Amazon streaming upload.
It's
Oh, it's
because
on Amazon.
Amazon. Oh, I was
Oh.
just joking around because Amazon has a cloud service, so upload it to Amazon.
Oh, eventually, I wouldn't be surprised if people are doing that.
Nice.
It's like what is it? It's a AWS,
Yeah, AWS.
So
artificial
guys-
world
if
service.
we could do that, who would you trust more? Would you trust Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, or
Steve Jobs
Jeff
is
Bezos?
dead.
Well, I know, but it's just like if he were alive, then we had that sort of service.
I would
to
say
them.
Steve Jobs if he was alive. But yeah,
Why Steve Jobs?
just because his philosophy about things were I support, but now like as the company gets older and stuff like that, there are like certain things where I just don't like that direction that Apple is going because Apple eventually you're not going to own your computers anymore. You're going to lease out the computers.
Mhm.
So Apple is going to start like basically put a subscription on your devices so you can have access to it instead of you're owning it, right? But they're gonna lend you a device for a couple months and then they're gonna charge you a certain amount a month to use it.
So your body would be on lease, on loan.
On lease. It's true. That's on the show. It does it like that. It's your body's on lease.
Yeah. Okay.
I would go Musk.
Yeah, I'd go Musk too because it seems like he's an alien who's trying to get back to Mars.
This dude is all kinds of innovation. So it's just like
He's
find
like-
another way to exist.
He's like building up these companies to just try to figure out how to get off planet. So he's got this plan to try to go on outer space and shit.
What if he bought Twitter just because he wanted us all to shut the fuck up?
He buys it just to shut it down. He spent like fucking $40 billion to shut it down.
Hey, he's like 200 something bill.
Yeah. Something like
It's like that's a portion, but I don't think he gives a shit about it. Like if he wanted to make a point. But
That's
yeah.
cool.
All right, what about you, Cola? What scenario do you have?
I would love, like Walker says, that slow burn. I would like to see Earth engulfed in water.
Oh, the water world flooding.
Water world.
They call it Zelda Wind Waker.
It can be water world too.
Water, yeah, like a water world. Like I that's how I want to end. Like
It's
the whole
let's
planet
get
engulfed,
more-
and it's like certain big creatures take over the planet. But there's no more land. It's just water.
Well, that'd be
But-
horrifying, honestly. If you had so, I mean, just consider the mass of the ocean, and then now shit could really exist there, because it's just the whole ecosystem would have to be reshaped a little bit, but it would be horrifying to live on that world for sure.
We just
Of
need
course,
to-
because there's no fresh water. Everything's salt.
you just need to melt
salty.
polar ice caps and get a few ice comets to hit us. And there you go.
Okay, well, Cola, then in your scenario, no one exists.
This one, I think there's gonna be patches of people.
They'll just be on boats.
They just be on boats, and some of them can swim, and some of them.
Cola's gonna marry a mermaid.
That's the ultimate goal: is to marry a mermaid.
And then at that point, we discovered all the mermaids are actually men. He's like, motherfucker.
I mean, I don't think I think if humans were to evolve, I don't think we will look exact. I mean, not like mermaids. We're gonna be we'll be
Futurama.
like deep sea monsters at that point.
I mean,
We would be the reverse mermaids, where it's like the head of the fish and then the body of the human. Um,
But yeah, I think that's for me, like I would like the world to end like that.
mhm.
I
So
mean-
how would the living creatures look like here?
I think they'll probably
that you're a
eventually
part of
look
the
like
population.
I think they'll probably eventually look like all fish, dolphins, probably crocodiles, maybe possibly a polar bear, right?
bear.
One
Oh, yeah.
polar bear.
You'd probably be like squids, right? Squids and
Oh, squids. Yeah, I think the other
Okay.
animals that might be replacing people on planet Earth is like, if it does take over, is squids. I think squids are geniuses. So I think that's the next thing to evolve into, like, I wouldn't say like a humanoid form, but like the next most intelligent creature, right? So I think squid is next.
That's basically the story of that one game, Splatoon.
Oh, nice.
Oh
It-
yeah.
It takes place in the after humans, and every creature there is a squid.
Now, is it based on that just because of the idea that squids are really intelligent, or just because someone had a fetish and it just kind of mixed?
I don't know. It's Nintendo. They come
It's
up
like
with
the tentacles.
Yeah, right.
some weird shit. I mean, basically, if you go look at the game and you play the single player campaign, you'll see these little hints that there used to be humans in this world, and then they show some skeletons and stuff. Then now
What?
all the creatures are these humanoid looking creatures that can turn into squids.
I
Was
watched
it
this.
Splatoon or
Splatoon, yeah.
what? I thought it was just like a shoot 'em up, ink 'em up.
I
Yeah,
know. Why does it have to be lore?
I didn't know there was a storyline behind
There
it.
was there's lore behind it.
Okay.
That's
I
kinda
watched.
dark.
I watched the Japanese movie where that may have spawned all hentai.
Is that the original?
like it's literally this like live action thing. The old artist dude was obsessed about octopi and filling up on girls, and then he started drawing art around that like old school Japanese like oil painting art. And I'm just like, what the fuck? It was like one of the weirdest scenes ever. But
Yeah, it's called the Dream of the Fisherman's Wife, right?
What
That's
the?
that's the painting that inspired it, right?
When is Disney gonna convert it into a movie?
is that they're gonna turn it into a love story. But that'd be weird. They put it in Disney and then they put that shit in Kingdom Hearts.
There you go. I just posted it for you guys.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the movie, but it does sound familiar. And I'm just like,
Well, I can watch this when I go to bed tonight. Yeah, sure.
The image is cited as a forerunner of tentacle erotica. A motif
So that's
popular in modern Japanese animation and manga.
so in my world, we're gonna be fucking with octopus and squid.
And that's how squids are born in Splatoon.
Damn it.
I know that's like someone was ahead of the game.
That's my B-rated movie. All right, guys. And with that, we are going to end it for today.
Thanks for
you guys
joining
are
us at the
interested.
end of the world. End of many worlds.
Thanks for joining us in the end of the world.
Let us know which world you would pick.
Come on,
My sex octopus world.
I mean, would you? Okay, well, like, also, make the choice between Musk, Jobs, Gates, or Bezos. Which one would you want to live in? If you live with Bezos, you get every 2-day delivery every time.
All right, well,